Welcome to Smashing Saturdays!
Hello and welcome back to my channel, and I need to talk to the Smash community, and in doing so I'm going to get a lot of people unsubscribing from my channel, and a lot of people that are unsubscribing from my channel subscribe specifically for Smash, ironically enough. And just that way you guys can take me more seriously, I'm going to take off that hat. But I need to talk about the competitive scene here. So now, I have no problems with the competitive scene and their rules. Sort of. See, it's more like their rules are kind of there to put a leash on the game. Like, they want a game that isn't Smash Bros, but is Smash Bros. Like, they don't want Smash Bros, they want more of Street Fighter, but not Street Fighter, you know? Like, a very balanced game. Problem with this is, no game can be balanced and be good. No game can be balanced and be fun. No game can be balanced and, indeed, hold a competitive scene, because, well, people will tend to hate that competitive scene. They will stray away from it. Now, the reason people tend to hate the Smash Bros. Scene is just because we tend to argue amongst ourselves. And I can see why. I mean, we're constantly arguing about what should be legal and what shouldn't. I mean, it really doesn't even fucking matter, in my opinion. If you're good at the game, you're gonna be good at whatever stage is thrown at you. Well, for the most part. There are some stages that I do agree need to be banned. 75 meters. But, for the most part, people complain about auto-scrolling stages. Hell, I'm fine with auto-scrolling stages. If you fail because of the stage on an auto-scroll stage, chances are the reason you screwed up is because you, yes, you, weren't paying attention. So, then we get to things like luck. Well, you say that if we just set it to like a random stage every time, dumb luck is a problem? Well then, let's take a look at Luigi's moves. He's got a side B move that, when it hits, does a random amount of damage. Anywhere between, I think it's 10% and 60%, I think. I might have this wrong, I'm not a Luigi player. But if he hits the highest percent he can, that move can become a kill move. But it's random. So, who knows? Will he get that kill or not? We don't know. But then there's also the chance that you could get back to the stage. Well, he's got a taunt that freaking kills. His attack. I'm gonna stand on the couch for a minute. He does this. That kick right there. That kick is a kill move. Sure, it's a very small hitbox, and it's a very small chance that the player will ever, and I do mean ever, hit that taunt kill. But there's still a chance. They gotta get lucky to even hit that chance. That's what the word chance means. There is the existence of a random force. Okay. So, there are some people that support banning characters and moves. Now, I'm personally not a fan of custom characters, but I'm fine with it in Mii's. But I can see why they took the Mii's and made it only the standard moveset, which is part of why I never made a Mii to begin with. I mean, I could play James Bond, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't agree with my Mii set. But, we've got a lot of chance in the freaking game. A lot of randomness. In a post, I compared it to Pokemon TCG, where the only cards that were banned were so ridiculous that in tournament play really couldn't be viable. Ancient Mew, Birthday Pikachu, or Triple Birthday Pikachu I think it's called, those cards were banned. But then we get this broken ass Pokemon, Mewtwo EX. This card! First off, it's very cheap to get to his strong attack, even though strong attack is 4 energies, just because of his previous attacks. So, I think it's like in one move he can already have 4 energies. I might be wrong. Again, I don't have much experience on the playing end of this card. Receiving end, totally. But this guy has 230 HP. And his attack, this move's attack, his high move attack, first off, it starts at a ridiculous number of damage, 150 I think. Goes up by 50 every time he gets a new energy attached to him. That is broken. That shit is broken. And I've beaten it. And I felt accomplished. I may have not won the match. There are some matches I've won where that card appeared, but I may have not won the match. But I felt accomplished. Because I achieved a very impossible task of beating this pretty much boss monster that my opponent put up against me. Why can the Smash Bros. Community not get that there's a sense of accomplishment in evading what could potentially kill you, what could potentially what could potentially put the game in somebody's favor? Well, it's because they want it balanced. They want it to be a pure thing of skill. Well, chance is skill. Don't believe me. I don't have an example for this. But, shit. If you don't believe me, you can... Let me just challenge you. Play on random. Everything. For just a little bit. You can keep your little rule set there. Even items off. I don't care. But, random stages, random characters. You're gonna find that the characters are a little bit worse than the stages. Actually, a lot worse. If you don't know how to play as Lucas or Ness, you're fucked. I know from personal experience. However, if you know how to play as Cloud or Ryu, you'll do amazing. Again, I know from personal experience. And it's the complete opposite for somebody else. But when it comes to stages, again, it's the same thing. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. No Final Destination is not balanced. It just destroys the... It doesn't have any stage... I can't really say that. It just has less, stage... How are they called? Can't think of what they're called right now. I might be wrong. But I'm counting the blast zone as a stage obstacle, because that can kill you. No, I'm not talking about the sides or the top. I'm talking about the bottom blast zone. Sure, the sides can count, but even in non-auto-scroll levels where the stage is all the way across, there is no way to fall, that side can still kill you. So, it really should count, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to count the bottom blast zone as a stage gimmick or hazard. There we go, that's what I was trying to think of. Hazard. Now, what Final Destination is it's just a flat piece of ground. Great for one-on-one duels. It's great for learning. See, now here's where I don't have an issue with this rule set. It's great for learning. It's a great practice tool. But when it comes to your skills, you need to know every little bit of that stage. You need to know that as Cloud, on Boxer, you can easily evade and camp to get to your limit break faster if you go to the top of the stage. Because that one point is harder for everybody else to reach. Sure, it's hard for you to reach sometimes too, but it is easy to get there, for the most part. And yet, hard at the same time. So if you can get up there, that's great. You can use that to your advantage. But you also need to know, as a different character, that a Cloud might actually do that. So, what's your counter going to be? Are you going to have to go up there and attack? Are you going to have some sort of projectile that you can throw up or something? I don't know. It just all depends on who you're playing as. But that's what I'm saying. You need to be prepared for these kind of things. The stage hazards aren't the problem. The player is the problem. If the player doesn't know, if they're not training for this kind of shit, they're going to lose. And they deserve to lose. It's the same exact thing with the character. If you're not training for your character, you deserve to lose with that character that you're playing as. If you're not training at all, you deserve to lose. Now, there are some instances where, well, anything could go wrong. Controller malfunctions could happen. They can happen anywhere. But, like, that's just something that could go wrong. You could forget something about your character for a split second. That can go wrong. It doesn't matter that the stage is equal or not. It doesn't matter if the stage has hazards or not. What matters is, do you know how to play? Do you know how to beat your opponent to oblivion and continue on? Let's just think about this for a second. It doesn't even matter if the stage is random. Unless, of course, you're extremely unlucky, which is highly unlikely. I mean, I've known a few unlucky people, but if you're playing a tournament, you're not unlucky. You gotta get lucky to even be at tournament level play. But if you do get unlucky, it's a best 2 out of 3 for the most part. Final stages are normally best 3 out of 5, I believe. But in a best 2 out of 3, if you get unlucky, you have another chance to come back. So what are you even complaining about with your whole, oh, but it's unfair? No, what's unfair is that you don't want to have fun. Oh, and let's talk about this as well. Nintendo has been trying to make this game fun in tournaments. We have the Omega form for those tournament dweebs that really think that a flat piece of land is fine. Because, honestly, I'm fine with playing on a flat piece of land every time if the background's different every time. If the music's different every time. I don't want it to be Final Destination every time. I'd be fine with it being Midgar or Suzuko Castle. As a matter of fact, Suzuko Castle is great in Final Destination mode. Or Gamer or Living Room. Like, those stages are fine in Final Destination mode. I think Boxer kind of gets a downgrade in its visuals, but you get what I'm saying. It's not the fact that it's not the fact that I'm salty about the fact that Final Destination is like the only stage you can go on. I think there's a few others. Layla Cruise, Town City, Smashville. I'm surprised that the last tournament I went to, Kirby 64 and Wily's Castle were on there, as was the original Suzuko Castle, not the Final Destination mode of it. But then they had Midgar as the only option for Omega form. Like, They also had Battlefield, by the way, which is another one that, when Smash 4's scene started, it was mostly just Battlefield and Final Destination that everybody was on, so the other stages were being legalized as that was going on. Like, we didn't need that. We have the Omega form. But whatever. If you want to truly test somebody's skill, which is what the tournament's about anyways, there's no reason to go to Final Destination, or the Final Destination form. You might as well go to where the stage hazards are. But I'm just not going to get into that. Characters, again, people think that some characters should be illegalized. Honestly, I disagree. Because again, it comes down to, have you been practicing? Like, if you know what you're doing, you've had a chance to go see what the meta is. The meta over at the tournament I was at, by the way, was Cloud, which is hilarious because Cloud's my main, so. But that's okay, I practiced against some Clouds prior, so I was prepared. I didn't win, mind you, but some people were more prepared than I was. But I get what I'm saying. You need to practice for these kinds of things. Also, having this stupid set of rules, the only way to practice for a tournament online is Final Destination, not Final Destination mode, for Glory mode. Think about that for a moment. How many people rag on for Glory mode? How many people rag on the people trying to get good on For Glory mode? 'Cause you can't. You just can't. It is a one-on-one match where people can do the dumbest shit. You're not preparing for anything in Final Destination mode. You're preparing to face up against scrubs on Final Destination mode. You're learning how to take projectiles every 10 seconds. And maybe trying to find a way to get through the projectiles. Maybe throwing out your own projectiles, I don't know. You're trying to figure out how to get past spam. That shit is not tournament legal. Someone will be watching you in a tournament. And if you do that kind of stuff, you get disqualified. So, setting us into a setting where we are playing the exact mode that we like to rag on, you gotta be fucking stupid. As for items, I do agree that some items do need to be off. I can't name off exactly which ones just because I don't know what their names are, but I'm sure a lot of people know exactly what I'm talking about. But for like the home run bat or the smash ball, those do need to be on, especially smash ball. Smash ball is a whole nother move to your character. Having that off is like, why have the match at all? That's the point of the game, is the smash ball. Now, I'm fine with having all items off, but the smash ball. And you can set the smash ball to whatever setting you want it to. Low, high, medium, I don't care. But that smash ball has to be there. Items do change gameplay, so I can see why some people don't want to play with items on, others do. The gameplay change being that it's best to scurry to the item and use the item as best you can before going back to standard play, unless another item appears. So, I can understand wanting items off, but at the same time, that one item does have to be on. Sure, it gets the same exact kind of gameplay out of it, but if it's the only item appearing, that's only every once in a while, and it's a whole nother move. Like, there is ways to dodge these items, people. It still comes down to a matter of, are you practicing for it? Are you prepared for it? In spite of this, I'm going to make my own tournament rule set called, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, actually. I'm thinking something like, true survival tourney, something like that. Where only the best of the best is guaranteed to win. I guarantee you. It's very unlikely that a scrub can win that kind of mode. Ever play For Glory mode? Ever lose to somebody that was clearly a scrub? Yeah, me too. Quite often, as a matter of fact. That should rest my case right there. So, I've gone for like 20 minutes, and I know I'm going to get some shit out of this in the comments, and a lot of dislikes. So, whether or not you agree or disagree with me, please still leave a like and subscribe. There are links in the description. I shall see you guys in the next video. By the way, go ahead and check out some of my other stuff. I even have my Smash Bros. Playlist over there somewhere. And I have run some tournaments over there. With my own kind of rules usually, but still. Anyways, I'm ending the video now.